Rotation. At this level, we normally only consider 90 degrees clockwise, 90 degrees anti-clockwise, and 180 degree rotations. Remember, if you're just told 90 degrees, that means 90 degrees anti-clockwise, because a positive rotation in mathematics is anti-clockwise. Rotate each shape about the point by the angle indicated. So we can see the blue point just here, and we want to go 90 degrees clockwise around that. Now, in year 7, we did a lot of work with how to do this with tracing paper. I'm going to do this without tracing paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to form an L shape like so. And then I'm going to rotate that L shape 90 degrees clockwise. Now, if I do that, the green portion, which is pointing at 3 o'clock, will now point at 6 o'clock. And the yellow portion, which is currently pointing at 12 o'clock, will point at 3 o'clock. So this point here would be this vertex. Now, we could do the same thing with another vertex, but just remember that when you rotate this shape clockwise, it's going to change orientation. So the edge of the shape that currently points at 12 o'clock up here is going to point at 3 o'clock. So in other words, that side, which is 3 squares long, will be there. And this side just here, which currently points at 3, will now point at 6. So that's going to go down here, and that one is 4 squares long, and then fill in the remaining side. It's in a different orientation, but if we look at the two shapes, we can see they are exactly the same. So these two triangles are congruent. So now we want to do a 180 degree rotation with this arrowhead. So I'm going to consider this vertex here, and I'm going to do an L shape, like so. And then I'm going to rotate that L shape 180 degrees. So the green, which is pointing down at 6 o'clock, will now point upwards at 12 o'clock. And the light blue, which is pointing currently at 9 o'clock, will go across and point at 3 o'clock. And so that vertex will move to there. Now, if we're rotating 180 degrees, clearly the shape is now going to be upside down. So we can probably draw the rest of the shape without too much difficulty, like so. Finally here, I want to rotate this shape 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So once again, I'm going to do an L shape, and I'm going to look at this vertex here. Now rotate the L shape anti-clockwise 90 degrees. So the green portion, instead of facing down at 6 o'clock, now faces 3 o'clock. And the orange, instead of facing 3 o'clock, now faces up here at 12 o'clock. And this vertex here is where this vertex has gone to. Now clearly, if we're rotating anti-clockwise, the shape is going to be on its side. So it's going to be like this. And so I can draw it from there. So I'm going to have this face is going to be where I've drawn it up there. And then it's going to be like so. And as with all of these, both of these shapes are exactly the same size, exactly the same shape, and therefore they are congruent.